Welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host, Dano. With me, as always, is Brandon Rich. And today we're going to be talking ourselves a little Angelina Jolie. Let's get in.
Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host, Dano. With me, as always, is Brandon Rich. Today we're talking about some Angelina Jolie. How are you doing, Brandon?
Oh, I'm fucking ready. I'm fucking ready. Ish.
Ish. Why just ish?
You know, we'll talk about it, I guess. We'll talk about it throughout our episode. Realize how mediocre someone is.
I'm trying my best. Before we start talking about Angelina Jolie episode, how's your week? What's new, man? How you been?
Fuck, I'm great, man. I went and saw Quiet Place 2 last night. Because, you know, I get early tickets when you're part of Whiskey Cinema.
Look at this guy. Well, I don't. Just you, I guess.
It's really good. I love Cillian Murphy. My man crush on him keeps growing. It's not as good as the first, though. I won't lie. It's not as good as the first.
It's hard to beat. The first one was really great.
It didn't let me down, though. It didn't disappoint.
Okay.
So,
dude, when there's a couple scenes where she's giving birth in the bathtub and the monster's right there. I mean, I know your favorite part is the very beginning.
That's how you start a movie. You kill off a kid. You got me hooked. That's the hook line in Sink.
I liked the details in it. I watched Army of Dead. Not a big notion on details. In this movie, all the food's gone but chips. Chips are left. Nobody touches the chips because they're too goddamn noisy. They'll get you killed. I loved all that. It was great.
You'll like the attention to detail. They do the same thing in the second one. Yes. Little small things just to block out noise that they do that you probably would not think of unless you were in an apocalypse surrounded by noise-thinking monsters.
Yep.
It's really good, though.
I'm into it. I want to watch it. Quiet Place 2. Not a fan of the title. It should be A Quieter Place.
The Quietest Place?
That's the third one.
Oh.
Let's get into some Angelina Jolie. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate you. We asked some people about some movies they'd be interested in talking about for Angelina Jolie. And I got to be honest, I was kind of surprised. I was expecting one way. They're like, nah, we ain't going that way. We're talking about some old-timey movies here.
Oh, our viewers, man, they always throw curveballs our way. But we got it. I'm ready to knock that motherfucker out of the park. Baseball reference.
Well, all right, man. You know what? If you guys feel a movie that you want us to talk about, mention it in the comments. Click on it, comment below. We will talk about it. But I don't mind getting right into the meat and the potatoes of Angelina Jolie, which, by the way, but one of the most beautiful women in the world, and was teased for how ugly she was. Tall, thin, braces, glasses, big glasses. And, don't tease the ugly kid. They might grow up to be Angelina Jolie.
Who teased her?
I think it was Beyonce and Kate Upton. And
so people lesser than her. I see.
That's right. They're like, look at this girl. She's too pretty. Everyone, throw their milk.
Something I like about her, she's a badass. And it's not like something that's hard to believe. When she's in a movie, she's kicking ass. I believe she's doing it. Yeah. Not like as much as Keanu Reeves, but ain't nobody kick ass like Keanu Reeves.
Well, on the list of badass women, badass people overall, maybe top 10 for actors. Badass women, I would put her maybe just a number 2 to Charlize Theron, who does like 80% of her own stunts. Angelina Jolie's like 75%, which is more than most men. So pretty awesome.
They could do a movie together. I'd go watch it.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
Just I don't care what the role is.
Me neither.
That's it.
Yeah.
Charlize Theron, her. They got to have like that Jackie Chan, Jet Li face-off.
Yeah.
Waiting for decades, but it came when they were 60.
They can call it atomic salt.
I like it. We're coming up with $1 billion ideas for them. They can thank us later.
You're welcome. Let's get into some of our underrated, overrateds for Angelina Jolie. Man, she's a powerhouse. She has a lot of movies. for you in particular, which one would you say is a movie for you? Like, man, this is pretty overrated.
All right, I got two. This is my slash I told you about.
Okay.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Ooh, you went after Cage?
Yeah, I don't actually know if I even like this movie. Let alone just think it's overrated. I never. Maybe this is just Fast and the Furious light.
Yep.
That's it. It's great value, Fast and the Furious.
Is it? It might have came out before Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Fast and the Furious just turned that dial up.
It certainly did.
Plus, they've made billions.
Are you telling me you don't want a villain who loves chairs?
No.
The
cars are nice. The cars are definitely nice to look at. That's my kind of car, old muscle cars.
Yep. Eleanor. Yep.
But I mean, that's about where I end that movie.
Giovanni Ribisi. I mean, gosh, the cast on there is amazing, though. Really good.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is the perfect actor for every movie he's in. Really good cast.
For me, I'll say this. This is how interesting and attractive Angelina Jolie is. I hate dreadlocks. I think they're gross. Once you learn about them, they're disgusting. Somehow she made dreadlocks work. It was crazy. I don't like them. They're mold. It's disgusting. Get out of here.
That's fair.
I mean, I have no hair, so I shouldn't be judging.
I was going to say, I mean, come on, Walter White.
I have tidy whities too. I'm not as good at chemistry.
You're like your Heisen turd.
Okay. How long? Come on, man. Jesus. Gone in 60 Seconds. You said that was your slash, which overrated. Fair. A lot of people love it. A lot of people. It's still on TV all the time, so that's fair. What is your other slash?
Tomb Raider.
Ooh, Tomb Raider.
Listen, when I was a kid, this movie came out. I loved it, but not for the movie. It did its purpose.
It certainly did.
But it wasn't an entertaining purpose.
Sometimes it did its purpose twice a night.
That's right. I didn't like the movie as a kid. It got its use, but I just it's the second one's worse.
Yeah.
She can kick ass and then she's hot. And I guess that's all you really need for Tomb Raider.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's all they cared about when they made her and how big her breasts were.
Well, that was so here's a fun fact. So her titties are gigantic in this video game. So the guy that made it as a joke. He was walking by and he did what all people do, like, look how big I can make this, LOL. Big boobs. And the director walked by and saw it. He's all, perfect, put it in. He's like, oh, I was just kidding. He's like, I want it, put it in. The guy's like, Jesus. So they had to do that. And she's very famous for being very voluptuous in the breasticles. And when Angelina Jolie got to set, they made her a bra that upped her sizes by 2. And she's not a small girl in that department. So it kind of messed her up mentally. But
definitely threw off her acting.
It was really hard.
I didn't like Tomb Raider.
What about the second one?
I just thought it was worse.
They usually are. Fighting a robot to train?
Yeah, no. I loved the games growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it was actually because I liked the games.
Well, it's just that kind of character that she is. Like I said, she's an interesting person. And when she plays someone who's sexy and seductive, you believe it immediately. You're like, she seems crazy. Good with guns and knives in real life and in Tomb Raider, believe it. I believe it. For sure.
Yes, she's believable as Tomb Raider. Lara Croft, easily.
Yep.
I mean, it's not her fault that, the writing was bad, the story, acting wasn't good.
Her job was bad. No, it's a video game movie, and up till recently, all video game movies were like the worst ever made.
And it's sad to think that before recently, that was the pinnacle.
Right? And then you had Sonic and Mortal Kombat, which I might be the only two that are good.
And Detective Pikachu.
And Detective Pikachu. Was that a game?
Fuck out of here. Yeah, Pokemon's a game, dingus.
Well, he's a detective. I don't know. Pokemon, you say? Are you sure that's a game? I'm pretty sure that's a clothing.
We don't have our nerd expert here. He's too busy.
Oh, God.
And Pokemon Go.
We should address this. Jordan would like to be here to help film the podcast. Sadly, he was called away due to anal fissures, is what I have written here. Anal fissures.
Did you use the same joke last week on me?
No, you had anal polyps.
No, it's because we hang out too much.
Or not enough. I'd fix those.
I met Ames and we both have anal problems.
They do. You guys need to stop doing stuff. Overrated Tomb Raider is fine. A couple people mentioned that on Twitter and our Facebook, which was cool. I love that. You love Tomb Raider? You saying it's overrated? Fair enough. If you loved it as a kid, watch it now.
I did like it. Well, I didn't like it as a kid.
I mean, it's hard not to have a crush on Angie Jolie.
Yeah, you ain't wrong, but the movie's just not good.
It's not good. My overrated was one that I had to do despite my love of it as a kid, which is Hackers. I had
this
to do
movie does not age well.
It is bonkers how much this is a cult classic. And if you do rewatch this,
I tried.
Wow. They just didn't know what computers were going to be like, and they made a lot of guesses. They made a lot of guesses of what this is hacking. Oh man, he sent a cookie virus. It eats all the cookies. I'll do a row your boat counter virus back to him. Oh, I'll do a rabbit virus back to that. It was a lot of like pictures on the screen, and that was a virus.
Yeah. This movie don't age well at all. Nothing about it. This movie came straight from the 90s.
I mean, we got to mention it because Angelina Jolie's first real movie. I mean, she did one called Cyborg 2, where she was a hot robot that would explode if she had sex. And
still a better movie than It Follows.
Oh, come on, man.
Because you know the similarities. You die if you have sex. Because
I mean,
HIV in that movie, AIDS.
That's kind of true. Is that the same message they're doing? The same?
Kinda. It feels like that's where It Follows got it, but just couldn't do that good of a job.
It tried its best to be Cyborg 2.
Ugh. Fucking hate that one.
Yeah, for me though, a lot of people brought up Hackers. I don't want to bash a childhood favorite. You know, why rip on the old Ninja Turtles?
It sucks. I don't want to bash. I care about people's feelings. Listen, the movie needs to stay in the 90s. Just bury it with your childhood. You're an adult now.
All right.
Go.
Leave childish things at home.
Ninja Turtles. I love that movie from my childhood.
Oh, is that where you're getting aggressive? Yeah, I remember seeing this movie. First of all, 18-year-old Angelina Jolie, awesome, beautiful, just getting her charisma, daughter of John Voight, stepping in her own thing, which I didn't realize this until this episode. John Voight's her dad, but he abandoned her and her mom. Like, left her and her brother and her mom. He's like, not my problem, and left. So that's why
she hooked up with Billy Bob Thornton.
She has a couple of
some daddy issues.
Well,
no one's hooking up with that guy who's just lived a great life.
I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. He did get to play her dad on Tomb Raider. I'm sure they're fine.
Was he your dad or her daddy?
Her daddy. Mi papi. Yeah, that's the one I had to make for my overrated, though, because I was like, Jesus Christ, this movie is hard to watch. But that's my
you
overrated.
told me to watch that. I did. I tried. I remember it's not a good movie.
Nope. And my apologies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's get into our underrated for Angelina Jolie. There's a couple overrateds, but some things don't age. You know, they don't age. What about our underrated?
Underrated, I went with a movie that a lot of people love, but I just wanted to make sure I mentioned it. Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
It's a great one.
Because I watched this movie and forgot how much I like this movie.
I'm going to do my cheers. I'm going to do my cheers right now to you for matching my underrated. I watched it right before the episode. I already liked it. I wanted to watch it. And I was bummed that I had like 20 minutes left and I had to get ready for the podcast. I was like, this whole movie's been fun. It's just great.
I'm surprised you showed up for the podcast. You got Mr. and Mrs. Smith, huh?
I'm the only one that doesn't miss the podcast out of the co-hosts. So,
well, I don't know if that's a good thing.
well, cheers, man, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I love that movie. God, it's good.
It's got Vince Vaughn, which I forgot about. I think I forget every time.
Yeah, he's like the best friend.
Yeah, to Brad Pitt, who is not the coolest person in this movie. It's Jolie. She wins.
You're right. The only person that can outcool Brad Pitt is Jolie. I think Jolie's the coolest too.
She is in this movie. She does some badass shit too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we finally found the person who can outcool Brad Pitt.
I love the part too where they're trying to kill each other and they realize it's the other person, but they kind of like each other, but they still want to kill each other. And they kind of keep going like, I'll kill you next time. She's like, you suck. And she's looking up at him. He looks back. And he's like getting ready. And then she doesn't
do
wink.
Like that smile, like, fucking, I'm going to fuck his brains out one day. I swear to God.
No, dude. Dude, that's like a terror in the bedroom. I have my sister Allie. I was like, we're doing Angelina Jolie. She's like, oh, you mean the person who stole Brad Pitt from Annis? I was like, she's done other things. She's done other things.
Has she?
I mean, I know a lot of women that hate her guts for that reason, and that's it.
Well, I bet you those people aren't getting rid of Friends.
Nope.
No, those people were like, no, I got to keep Friends going. Fuck
tell
that.
them about your 4-pick.
Yep, Whiskey Cinema posted. You got to get rid of one. The Office, Friends, Seinfeld, and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I bet you those people ain't getting rid of Friends. Angelina Jolie is. She tried.
One at a time.
She's like, I'm going to start with the most popular one.
Then she's going to go after David Arquette to get rid of Monica. Then she's going to go after...
If David Arquette got Angelina Jolie, I would be flabbergasted.
Well, I have one I'm going to bring up later that's amazing in that regard, which makes me happy. So we're talking about this. She is so powerful as an actress and known about as a woman. Like if I brought in Emma Stone, that'd be amazing. But you'd be like, what happened? How'd you get her? If Angelina Jolie walked in, you're like, dude, get the gun off her. Let her go. What are you doing? You're going to go to jail for this. You wouldn't believe it's possible.
First of all, it's not believable. Even your hypothetical is not believable. Get the gun off and she'd kick your ass. She'd destroy you before you got that gun out of the holster. Or your asshole, wherever you put your gun. I don't know where you put your gun.
Prison wallet.
Prison Deadpool 2. Dad, you'd be riggedy wrecked.
No, I'm super with you. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I love that movie. Vince Vaughn, a bunch of people in there that you kind of forget. Even the side characters are well known. In that movie, it was supposed to be Nicole Kidman and Brad Pitt. And Nicole Kidman,
I would not have liked it. Nicole Kidman sucks.
I mean, it would have not been the same movie for sure.
Name a good movie she's in. That she's actually good in.
Australia.
Okay, that's a good one. Thanks for proving my point.
I thought we were doing. My God.
All right. Sucks.
Cool thing they're gonna have to. It was coming down to 2 people to play this part since Nicole Kidman couldn't do it. It was Angelina Jolie or Gwen Stefani, and Gwen Stefani was very close, and she couldn't stay in the movie because she wanted to go do music.
Yeah, that shit would have been bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A.
Come on. You know that she ain't no holla back girl. Don't be that way.
That's right. Because they hollered and she ain't holler back. She's like, I can't. I missed the call. Unless they call me back. I ain't no holla back girl.
It's like Family Guy. I don't know what a holla back girl is, but all I know is I want her dead. Cool movie, though. They were going to make that into a TV series. It didn't pan out. But honestly, without Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, would it have been a great movie? I don't know. Or a great series? Probably not.
No, it wouldn't have. They carry that movie. It's not the side characters that carry. Vince Vaughn's not like amazing in this movie. He's just a generic friend.
Yep.
Like, hey man, you can do what you gotta do. Talk fast. I talk fast because I'm Vince Vaughn.
You love Vince Vaughn.
I like Vince Vaughn. Yeah, he's in my favorite movie. When correct.
Yeah, before you
I
blast
can
them.
still make fun of people that I like. Just wait till we get to Angelina Jolie's worst.
Okay. All right. I mean,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
wish I'm watching Nicole Kidman
Jesus! In Australia?
in anything.
In anything.
I really like Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, it was a really good movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Definitely underrated. I almost had that as my favorite because it is one that if it's on, I'd watch it all the time. But I have a different one that I was surprised by. I had seen it before, but didn't really pay attention, and I rewatched
I
it.
know what it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you feeling it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about Kung Fu Panda later. If you guys give us 1 minute, we're brought to you by our sponsor, The Buzz. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back right after this. Hey, and we're back. Thank you guys for sticking around. We appreciate you. And we're getting to some of our Angelina Jolies in a minute. We'll be talking about some of our favorites and least favorites of Mrs. Jolie's. But for right now, you want to get some of the meat and potatoes of the middle stuff that probably won't make our list?
Yeah, actually, I do. I want to talk about a new one, unless that's on your list.
Go ahead.
Perfect. Those Who Wish Me Dead. First of all, she's awesome in this movie.
Yep.
I debated on putting this as my best.
Ooh.
Maybe it's because I wasn't all that pumped for it. I won't lie. I don't get thrilled to go to an Angelina Jolie movie. And not because I don't like her. She's just not that high up my list. But it's a very well done movie. It's also got my boy John Barenthal in it.
John Barenthal. I like him too.
The dude, he needs more roles. Like he could be a bona fide action star.
Well, I think he's doing it correctly. The fact that you feel that way means he's doing well.
He's my man crush Friday.
I mean, you could have went Monday, right? I mean,
yeah, it's not Monday, Danny. Jesus, maybe I want to put Dave Bautista there. Did you think of that?
Man, I watched Army of Dead.
Charismatic, like, come on.
I watched Army of Dead. When he turned into a zombie, he still had to squint to see. I'm like, your eyes would be fixed. You're a zombie now. Get LASIK, bro.
Well, he did get LASIK and Stuber, apparently just in a hole.
You have to do it in Stuber too to fix it.
I laughed when he put the glass on. I'm like, God damn, is his trope like he can't see?
It's either this or
I love that movie. I hated his daughter. I ain't gonna lie, the whiny bitch.
There's a lot of characters in that are pretty rough.
By the way, that movie just felt like a monster movie, kind of, not a zombie movie.
Well, I mean, seemed pretty rushed. I think Zack Snyder makes movies that need a Zack Snyder cut now on purpose because he knows it'll happen. He's like, don't you want to know more about
it? Came out like that was the Zack Snyder cut. You ain't getting anything else. Don't petition for shit.
It's 2.5 hours long. That's a long time for a zombie movie.
It's very Zack Snyder. I don't remember her name, the actress' name, or even in the movie. But there's a woman in there who gets trapped by a bunch of zombies, and John Wicks her way out of there.
Yeah.
That scene was badass. That was very Angelina Jolie-esque.
That's right. Good tie back. For me, it felt like the movie Aliens, where they're going to fight the aliens and bring back people. Yeah. She even had the red bandana like the one Marine had. I didn't know if that was like an homage to that or what, but it had a lot of cool parts and not any backstory. So just go in there without caring. It's a zombie movie.
That's how I felt. I mean, you don't get a lot of backstory in horror movies. They're just going to throw you in the deep end and be like, this is a scary situation.
Yeah.
Much like Angelina Jolie's Taking Lives.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't like that movie, by the way.
So there's
not a bad movie.
Taking Lives, and then there's one called, I think, The Bone Collector, which is almost the same premise.
Yeah, they're both decent. Like, they're enjoyable the first time. I've never seen them after that. I never had. I think one of them's on. I think Taking Lives is on Netflix.
Yeah. Yes.
It's somewhere for free. somewhere.
Well, check it out, man. I mean, they're definitely worth a watch. You watch one for sure.
Watch. If you haven't seen them, definitely. Yeah.
Bone Collector, I liked a lot. Kind of like it reminded me kind of like Silence of the Lambs style, where they're trying to hunt down a killer and getting advice. That's the one with Denzel, I believe.
I think so. Where
he's like a paraplegic. That's a good movie. I like that one a lot. That's one that like I could make an underrated. It's got Denzel and Angelina Jolie.
I thought it was just an alright movie.
Okay, fair.
I mean, better than Taking Lives, probably, but
yeah. Is it as good as Hackers? No. Let's move on.
Nothing is.
I don't think we have this for any of our worst, but maybe we do. The Tourist. Can I talk about The Tourist?
Fuck yeah. I completely forgot. We did this for our Johnny. The only reason I watched this movie recently is because of Johnny Depp. And now I hate them both for making me watch this movie. It's like The Mummy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a completely horrible dog shit piece of crap movie, but you don't want to watch it. You'll be bored the entire time.
So talk about two people like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie had kids, right? They had 3 kids together. You would think
a lot more than that.
Well, they adopted other ones. They don't have their DNA.
Oh, we're not just talking about kids in general. Okay.
I'm talking about DNA.
Those lucky DNA kids.
That's right. Because if you wanted to fit 2 people together that have great-looking kids, it's Jolie and Pitt. Second place, Depp and Jolie.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't mind being Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's kid.
That's not bad either. Absolutely not bad. But The Tourist was notoriously not well received, which is like The Changeling, which is a drama good movie that people like that no one saw. Everyone saw The Tourist, and it was bad. And
it's so much hype.
Yeah.
Well, everybody wanted to love this movie. Yeah. They were on top of the mountain when this movie came out. I think this movie is where Johnny Depp's career started going down the shitter.
Was this it? Is this what caused it?
I don't know. He's done a lot of fucking shitty things lately. It was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, really. Fuck that movie.
Well, I was mad because he ruined my childhood favorite movie. I was more angry.
Yeah, he sucked in that movie.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about The Tourist, though. I saw some weird things that Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie were physically mad at each other on set. Like, not even like, oh, I don't like this guy. Like, going like, you don't know what you're doing. Enough to where Johnny Depp says she's full of herself and can't think about anyone else. She's a narcissist. And she said he needs to bathe more often.
You know, he looks like he may not bathe. He looks, I'm with her. Hashtag Team Angelina.
Team Angelina.
Plus, sounds like he may hate women.
I mean, he's just taking that Sean Connery approach. I don't know why that's bad news. It's no big deal.
Eames' his favorite guy.
Eames loves Sean Connery.
Eames is idol.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me check my phone. Eames, if you don't agree, you can call me. He's in. He's all about it.
Yeah, I think he has a Sean Connery poster above his bed. Sean
Connery episode soon.
Ooh, yeah. I might call in sick for that one, but I know Eames will be there.
Yes. I want to talk about this. I don't think it'll be on your favorite. I don't think it'll be on your least favorite. Girl Interrupted.
Yeah, this movie. I mean, it's a 90s movie.
It's a 90s movie with Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie. It's an insane asylum. Exactly how you picture an insane asylum movie. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. I can't say it any better.
It's exactly that way. Angelina Jolie plays a sociopath that escapes all the time. Winona Ryder's like a new person there. They hang out, become friends. She becomes manic, tries to kill her. They still become friends at the end. But Angelina Jolie says, this movie kind of made me bi because of a co-star she had that she really liked.
Winona Ryder. I've seen Stranger Things.
Not her. Love the attitude, though, but not that movie. Or maybe both. It could be both. But the one I heard,
Winona.
I mean, she's too subservient for her. She wants a toughie. Angie's tough. She doesn't need none of these little weaklings hanging up Christmas lights in fucking fall. Doesn't want it.
She went and got herself a pussy.
Well, I mean, Maybe Winona Ryder's too tough.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. She's talking to walls. So is Angelina Jolie. They could be a perfect fit.
First of all, Christmas lights, bro.
Yeah.
Dipshit.
Yeah. Make the lights blink. This movie's actually really good. I almost made this my underrated. I really liked it. Won Academy Best Supporting Actress and Academy Award. And fun fact she put on here is she said the reason why she plays interesting characters is she models them after women that she would like to date. So if she plays a character, she's like, I'd like to date this chick because she's confident and does all this kind of weird shit. And she goes, that's how I act. That's not who I am usually. That's just how I like to act. And I was like, oh, well,
so
that's
she wants to date an alcoholic with a troubling past.
Sure.
Those who wish me dead.
A firefighter who watched kids burn alive. How'd you like the parachute?
Spoiler alert.
When she's in the truck,
bro. Our one viewer is going to be pissed.
We have two. We just doubled. I love the scene where they're like, don't do the parachute trick. John Barenthal plays the cop, and she's riding down the street, and they go, she's doing it again. She has her backpack on, or not backpack, her parachute on the back of the pickup truck and driving. And I was like, what is this? And she just unleashes it, and it flies open.
She goes flying, too.
Dude, it's like a kite.
She's whipped around like my chain hanging low in the club.
And my favorite part is she did this one, which should happen to everyone, no matter how pretty you are. What are you going to do? Arrest me? And 6 seconds later, she's in the back of the cop car going, shit. And I was like, yeah, you broke the law. A cop's there.
Fuck yeah. It's true. I always get arrested.
Oh, no. Come on, man.
A movie I'm going to bring up, because I know it's not on your favorites.
Let's go.
Could be your worst, because you hate everything.
Come on.
Maleficent.
Maleficent is on my list.
Maleficent. Where is it? Is it your worst?
Nope.
Yeah, it ain't your best. Get the fuck out of here. Well, fine. It's a good movie. I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good in it. The second one's, a sequel to a movie. Didn't. It's a no. It's a no for me, Doc.
We can definitely talk about the second one. I watched it today, and Michelle Pfeiffer plays essentially the evil queen that kills the king or whatever. But my favorite part is they go biological warfare. They find a flower dust that turns fairy creatures into natural shit. And homie don't play. Like, they throw this on a huge group of people. And the Cinderella cartoon is famous for having 2 fairies. But there's 3 in this. And I was like, that's weird. Because they're very famous there's 2. So anyways, in the second movie, the third one dies. They kill it with this dust, which is blue. And I was like, Jesus, pretty dark for a Disney story. They're going straight back to the tale of Brothers Grimm right here.
Well, they had to kill it off. We all know there's 2. Only 2.
I mean,
one shall survive with a friend while the other dies.
They torture a pixie. Like, they dust him right in front of him. I mean, I don't know. This movie's a little dark. It's got some dark parts.
Nice.
Nicholas Holt's in this. Oh, no, Nicholas Holt's in the one you said, Those Who Wish Me Dead. He plays the bad guy in it. So does Littlefinger from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
This one has the bad guy from Deadpool, which I can't remember his name, except that his name is Francis.
It's all that matters. Francis. All right, well, then let's get into it. Let's jump into our worst.
Worst. Okay.
Let's hear it. Let me hear yours.
Well, so I had to watch a couple of these movies, and I had to get into I tried to get in the Angelina Jolie spirit. I watched a bunch. I watched a lot. And the worst for me that I had to watch was a sequel, which we mentioned briefly, which is Cradle of Life, Tomb Raider 2. It's bothersome that it's a cash grab, but that they don't care. Nobody cares in this movie.
Damn. This is a harsh review. This movie is bothersome.
Well, I mean, it's one thing when you don't like a movie. It's one when you actively don't like a movie you're making. We get it. The studio must have came in and made too many demands, and you said, fuck this. I'm not doing it anymore. Print it. Because it's a video game movie, so they obviously had lower expectations. They go, a sequel? Fine. And did it. And they got Angelina Jolie to come back.
Money, man.
I mean,
you can get anybody if you have the right amount of money.
Well, they clearly did. I mean, Angelina Jolie must not have had such a big career so far.
I think it was still at the beginning. I think that was one of her like first big, like she's alone starring in that movie type of shit.
Yeah. Because the shower scenes, I'm like, then just make a whole movie the shower scenes. It's called Sin. It's called Gia. They made him with Angelina Jolie. We know what you're doing. Just do it, dude. Don't make her doing a puzzle in a temple because it happened in the video game if it makes no sense. Come on. What are you doing? You have to build it.
I agree with that. I'll agree. It's not my worst, but that movie is horseshit.
Okay.
I actually like the newest Tomb Raider more than the other ones, the originals.
Yeah.
And I don't love the new Tomb Raider. Like, the bar is not set that high, so it was easy for the new Tomb Raider to just be a little bit better.
It's very true.
My worst is Alexander.
Ooh, better pick. Better pick.
The movie fucking sucks.
Oh, I forgot about Alexander.
I remember buying this movie because of the names that are in it. I was like, this movie's got to be good.
Right.
Yeah, I returned that movie.
How about a movie? Rosario Dawson is a super hot, super funny, super interesting actress, and she's topless in this movie. Could not save this movie.
Angelina Jolie couldn't save this movie.
Nobody could.
Colin Farrell couldn't save this movie. Well,
Jared Leto couldn't save this movie.
I mean, he couldn't save the Joker either. He's used to not saving shit.
No, that's Joaquin Phoenix, different Joker.
I'm saying he sucked as the Joker.
Come on, man. He might be good in the second Suicide Squad. I don't know.
Phoenix saved the Joker.
I wish I had the props ready. We'll
I mean, I am excited for Suicide Squad 2.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah. Pumped.
Jim about it. I forgot about Alexander. I love the real story of Alexander the Great, who conquers 2/3 of the planet with spears because he's brilliant. And then the movie talks about how gay he was. Great idea. What a neat way to do that.
Oh, I almost choked on my drink.
Dude, it's unbelievable. That'd be like having an Albert Einstein movie and then having the whole movie about the one day where he had food poisoning and couldn't get off the shitter. It's a stupid plan.
I would rather watch that movie. I'd rather watch Einstein shit for 2.5 hours directed by Zack Snyder because I know I'll get a bunch of slow-mo and plot holes, and I would still enjoy that movie more than I did Alexander.
Wiedersehen.
And as soon as he has to lift a leg, it goes slow motion on his lift.
He does the tongue out?
Exactly. That's how he got his crazy hair. I'm just doing this. Oh, God.
That's right. We've had those days. How old is this seafood? We still have that? I ate it. Not anymore. No, I'm going to change it. Alexander's the better answer. Because it's not...
You know what? That's a shot to me for changing your mind. If I can get my shot open.
Yeah. For me, it was Tomb Raider 2, just because I hate sequels anyways, but Alexander's the right answer. I was more let down by Alexander, man, than probably anything that year. And both my parents died in a plane crash that year. I'm glad they didn't have to see Alexander.
I did them a favor by sabotaging that plane.
Thank you. I've never...
I had just watched that movie, and I was like, these guys need to die before they watch it on in flight.
How's the movie, Brandon? We're about to watch it. The fuck you are.
I love that your parents are calling me.
They do. You should answer.
Yeah, all the time. Your dad and I always chat. He's like, hey, Brandon, Are you ready to be my new son?
He's like, I have 2 girl sons you could marry. Let's get into some favorites here. A couple of these ones that we liked. She has a couple of these fun action movies. Salt, I watched recently, that has Lev Schreiber in it. I don't think it's your favorite. Is it?
Not my favorite, no.
Okay.
Salt's good. I think it's a middle of the pack action movie. I did see people mentioning it.
Yeah.
But forgettable for me.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie by any means, though.
No, it's worth a watch. There's some slow parts in the middle, but essentially she's a kid that was been trained since she was younger as a Russian spy that grows up in the CIA organization that's supposed to one day have a trigger switch that kills Manchurian Candidate, kind of. That kills the president, does this kind of different stuff. Fun twist in it. And Iwiltol, I can't remember how to say his name. He's such a... gosh, I don't even want to try. I'm going to mess it up.
I never tried to say his name.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know. He's in Quiet Place too.
Oh, is he? Okay, so he's in a lot of... He was in Maleficent too as well. I think he gets along with her.
No, I don't think. I think I'm wrong. But yeah, I know you're talking about.
It's like CHON something.
Yeah, we're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about him.
He's underrated. I like
He's really good.
Everything I see him in when he's playing like a side character. He doesn't steal the show, but he amplifies the part up really well. I'm like, this guy gets it. He understands immediately.
You know who steals the show is John Barenthal.
I do like John Barenthal as well. I'm not against it. He's good.
My only takeaway from Salt was that I never got to see Pepper, and that bummed me.
Come on. What are you talking about? Come on. What are you doing?
This is why I need Eames here. He likes shitty jokes.
He's a fan. I know some snails that would hate this movie. All right. Moving on into our favorites. I have Slash on mine. So I'm going to do mine first one that I know is not yours. And that's Maleficent.
Really? I am 1,000% flabbergasted by that.
Yeah. So,
like, punch me in the dick and call me fucking in pain. That's just flabbergasted.
I will. I'll do both. So I watched this movie, and when we do these episodes, I try to find movies that I'm impressed by their performances. And like Emma Stone, who's doing Cruella. What?
I said, then you won't like my favorite.
That's okay. Kung Fu Panda is a good choice. I'm not mad at it.
This is a great choice.
Emma Stone is going to play Cruella de Vil, which is a one-dimensional character that wants to kill puppies to make a coat.
I love that backstory.
It's a crazy backstory that everybody hates.
Eames just relates to it so much.
I mean, he does hate dogs. We all know this. He definitely didn't do a Whiskey Wednesday in honor of his dead dog that passed away.
I know, I'm like, that joke don't age anymore. But I'm still going to say it.
Neither does his dog.
Don't worry. Our one viewer is fine. They won't get offended.
We just lost him. No, just like Cruella de Vil, such a hard character to do. She wants to kill puppies, but she's the main character. You're like, that's a hard person to get behind. She played the first Disney villain for this. And because you see her face, you're like, that's Angelina Jolie, but her cheekbones are higher. She does a weird voice. She has a great kind of presence about her. I watched this and I went, wow, she really paved the way for all these villains getting their standalone movies. It's the first in Disney, but it's the first in a lot of movies. And I thought she did a great job. I really liked it. She worked super hard on it. I got like a bunch of fun facts about it too. And I was just like, man, I was so surprised. I thought she was done acting. I saw this movie like, no way. She just needs to find more roles where she's different. She
does kill it in this movie. She's really good.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. I am just blown away that it's your favorite movie by her. Or
I do, man. I watched it. I think because I went on there with like, I thought it would suck. And I watched it. I was like, wow, she's really, if it was, you wouldn't expect it to be her. She's not pretty. She's not any of these different things. She's a weird witch in the woods that has a kid that she calls Beastie and is mean and powerful. I was like, this is cool. It's very different.
Yeah. I'll give it to you. I too have a Slash. Because for your reason, it's not her best acted movie, but I just love the movie. Well, my slash is Kung Fu Panda.
Okay.
But I was like, it doesn't seem fair to put that as her best movie.
Tigress?
Because she's not really acting. She kind of phones it in. Because it's just voice work. She ain't even the star.
I would say that she's not.
Third character.
I would say she's not cashing it in as much as it doesn't matter who to voice that character.
Yeah.
If she was super animated, that's not what she does.
Yeah.
Like Seth Rogen and Jackie Chan, even Jackie Chan wasn't big on it. You know?
Well, Seth Rogen, I mean, the movie wasn't, it was fairly new when his career started.
Mantis, he's like a butt of a lot of jokes. He's funny.
He is. I love that movie. I mean, there's no way I couldn't not put that as my favorite.
Okay. I love Kung Fu Panda, by the way. I love it.
It's a great movie.
Okay. I'll agree.
Technically, it's my favorite Angelina Jolie movie. She's in it.
I guess. All right. Okay.
I mean, is her acting the greatest ever? No. I mean, Jack Black easily steals that show.
Okay. Right.
You know, I'm going to say this now. Steven don't like this movie. And he can go fuck himself.
Whoa. Come on, man.
Go fuck yourself, Steven.
That's one of our 2 viewers right now. You got to take it easy.
He's just a good skadoosh for not liking that movie. Skadoosh. My slash is Wanted.
All right. This is how I want to end the podcast. Me and you want to say, pow.
She's a fucking badass in this movie.
Let's get it.
James McAvoy, hey, look at that. Steven is here. Fuck you, Steven.
Oh, no, come on. Don't be that way.
I love you, man. Just not.
He said, I'm not a fan, exclamation point. Steven, please, we need you for this episode.
But Wanted, she's a badass. It's James McAvoy. Chris Pratt, too, does a small little role. He gets smacked with a keyboard.
Oh, he does. He's the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy banging James McAvoy's girl. Yeah.
That's right.
He's a total dick.
I forgot about that.
I prefer swing over skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
Swing.
You got Sean Bean playing. Did Sean Bean play his dad in that?
Yeah. Spoiler alert. He dies.
Spoiler. Morgan Freeman's in this, being all the Morgan Freeman he can be. Probably the closest to a bad guy he's ever played.
Well, he is a bad guy.
But can you think of another movie where he is?
Yeah. Driving mistakes.
He had no business driving her.
I hesitated on that one.
It's hard. He's very lovable.
Oh, yeah. That Bruce Almighty? Why the fuck is he giving some random dude God powers?
He's God. You're going to say God's a bad guy?
First of all, he's a fictional character. I can say whatever I want.
Oh, God. Come on. You're going to get all the Catholics and everybody else after us. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm from Utah. Our viewers are... I know.
You're not in Utah. You're in Arizona.
No, I'm from Utah. So I got Mormon friends.
You're like, my God's a spaghetti monster.
Like, hey, man, I can't believe your comment. I'm like, hey, man, I can't believe God.
I think they believe in God in Mormon religion. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Wanted's a great movie, guys. The bullet bending, corny. Absolutely corny.
Yep.
But I'm fucking with it.
It's awesome.
Because there's some great scenes they do with it.
How about when he's trying to bend it over the pig, and you have like the mechanic who beats him up? They put him in the little bathtub of wax that heals him up super fast. There's only one part in this movie, despite all the physics bending, that I didn't care for. And that was where she goes, we're going to go jump on this train. And I was like, man, that seems risky as fuck. Because if you take your chosen one and have him jump on a moving train, I mean, even if he is the chosen one, you could easily fall off that son bitch and get run over. Like,
well, who had a harder path? That chosen one or Neo?
I mean, Neo is an anagram of one, so exactly. I would say the wanted kid, because Neo's was all virtual.
Yeah, but if he died, he died.
But he could, I mean,
If you die in the Matrix, you die in non-Matrix.
I'll tell you who had it harder. Neo did, because he didn't have Angelina Jolie as his Trinity.
Damn right.
Yeah.
He didn't have Morgan Freeman either.
Nope.
Lawrence Fishburne, nothing against him. He ain't Morgan Freeman.
Oh, by the way, I want to say the worst villain in any of these movies, as somebody who has family and now I do live in California, and those who
alert.
Spoiler.
You live in California?
Sorry, buddy. I know I told you.
Said you moved to Kansas.
I said parts unknown like a wrestler, but then I had to change it for my nail.
Connecticut.
Those who wish me dead, the guy goes, give him something to think about, and he throws a road flare into the woods. I'm like, dude, we have enough fires without you throwing road flares. Fucking take it easy.
Well, I got why he did it for the movie purpose.
Oh.
Really fucked up move. I thought the same. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I'd rather he make a puppy.
Shit just to murder a kid.
I'd rather him make a puppy coat.
Right. He's like burning down countries just to murder one child. Like, come on. Who is this child? Neo?
Which, by the way, we all know all we have to do is vaccinate him.
I love TikTok.
I loved Wanted as well. Wanted is a super guilty pleasure of mine. So fun. It's funny how things change. People don't like comic books. And then a lot of the good comic books are being adapted for movies and series. The Walking Dead, Wanted, a bunch of Invincible. I mean, these are graphic novels that are being made into movies and stuff, let alone all the superhero ones. These are ones that people haven't heard of as much. And you just feel like it's just good storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this movie is amazing. I'm even gonna lie. Great shit.
The part where he says, if the textiles are wrong, then you should shoot yourself in the head because it all had your names up at one time. And she curves the bullet at the end, Fox, Angelina Jolie, and it goes through everybody's heads. And I'm like, I see it going around. I'm like, it's going to go in her head. And I was like, no, please. She's cool. She's clearly cool. She's cool. It goes around, and she shoots herself in the head. I was like, ah. I mean, it's a dope way to go out.
Well, she realizes she did a lot of wrong.
Yeah.
And she really curved that bullet, too. That's how badass Angelina Jolie is.
Badass.
The bullet was actually running away from her glare.
I mean, that was cool. By the way, to be able to curve a bullet is one thing. To be able to curve it in a perfect circle to hit yourself in the head, that's next level.
Exactly. It's one of those movies you kind of forget about, and then you start watching it and remember how good it is. And that's exactly how you describe that movie, Stefan.
Stefan said that right there. I agree with you completely. There's a lot of movies like that. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, for me, is one that I can't recommend to rewatch enough. You're going to recognize 10 actors in that movie going like, oh, I forgot that she was the side tech girl, but she's actually the lead runner of a TV series now.
Oh, I forgot he was in the OC.
Da-na-na-na-na. Yeah, that's right. The guy that was running.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because No Shame, I loved that show. Till a point.
I mean,
no shame is what I said.
Oh.
My shot was Pink Whitney, by the way.
What?
In case you're wondering what I was shooting.
Oh.
I heard about it on TikTok.
Oh, dope. How is it?
Whitney. I mean,
I have a drink that I'm going to have later tonight called a Fuzzy Dick. It's a lot of coffee liqueurs.
I have plans tonight. Give it some Fuzzy Dick.
Oh, man, I'm thirsty. Yeah, Wanted for me is Miss Slash. My other one was Maleficent, but that was more for like precedent for how much I liked it. I've watched Maleficent. I probably watch it for like 2 or 3 more years at least. Wanted, I could probably watch once a year. I like that movie. It's fun. It's dumb. It's interesting. The action's awesome. And the keyboard hits him, and then the letters fly out and say, I think, fuck you on the letters.
They sure do.
And you're sold. Go watch it.
Which they actually had to get Angelina Jolie to do that. Hit Chris Pratt with the keyboard perfectly to spell out fuck you.
It took 98 takes.
She's all, this is what I said to Aniston when I stole her man.
One I want to bring up, someone's talking about is Beowulf, which she plays a CG character of herself.
Yeah. This movie got shit on when it came out.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was that bad. But, I mean, I ain't ever watched it since then.
Crispin Glover does the Andy Serkis Gollum treatment to play Grendel, the monster that kills everybody.
Yeah.
I love Ray Winston, who plays the voice of the guy. He was also in The Departed as the main kind of thug.
One of my favorite lines.
He said when he was doing the movie, they had to wear... Oh, sorry, what's one of your favorite lines?
Oh, just when Leonardo DiCaprio orders cranberry juice. What do you want, your period or something?
Right after he fought guys with glass because they said that. One of my favorite things about that movie is Ray Winston was talking about it. It's all CG, and they had to wear blue skin-tight suits. And he's like 45, and he's like, so we're all wearing skin-tight suits. He's like, you're seeing every bump, every nook, every cranny, because that's to be super skin-tight. And then Angelina Jolie walks in, and it's skin-tight on her. And we're like, nobody looks good in these things. And then she walked in, and we're like, we should really go to the gym more often.
I'm really curious what her workout regimen is. I mean, I couldn't keep up. Otherwise, I've been buying these muscle tank tops just to make me look like I work out. Because that's step number one. You have to look the part.
You bought a muscle tank top to see the tank tops came in. When did the muscles get there?
They're on back order still.
No, that's the pandemic. That was the only thing I want to say. I like Beowulf. It's the oldest story ever told. It's one of the first ones told about campfires when you're cavemen. But I liked it. I don't know. Wasn't fantastic. Wasn't terrible. Oh, that was what I want to say. So Brendan Gleeson is in this movie. You guys know him as the big, tall guy in 100 movies. In Bruges, he's in. And Gangs of New York, he's the guy that carries the club that notches it. And in this movie, at the very end, it's kind of shown that he might sleep with Angelina Jolie and perpetuate the cycle of great, powerful men getting seduced by this evil witch woman and producing monsters. And I remember thinking, good for you, Brendan. Good for you. I hope so. You've earned this. You've had a great career. I like you a lot. Go get it.
Hey, I can't blame him. Shoot your shot, bro.
Get it.
You ain't Brad Pitt, though. You ain't
that. Billy Bob Thornton. I like Billy Bob Thornton a lot.
I mean, as an actor, but come on. If you're Angelina Jolie, let's step up your shit.
I'm not for this, but she should have 4 husbands. I think that she's earned it.
She went the other route and went kids.
6 kids.
Compiling kids.
It's probably true. She's probably like, I don't want more husbands. I'm not interested.
Would you? We're pieces of shit.
It's hard.
Yeah, being a husband, man, it's hard work.
Well, I'll take your word for it. I'm not sure. Hey, everybody, thank you.
Work.
That's why I ran away.
Real quick, she's in a new movie. Trailer just got released.
Okay.
The Eternals.
The Eternals Marvel adaptation. We're just talking about that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are you excited?
So it's weird. I don't know much about the Eternals. We need our geeks guy. Maybe Jordan can talk a little bit about what he knows about this group. I don't know a whole bunch about them, but I like all of the actors that they chose. They're awesome. I mean, they've got some of the guys from Game of Thrones.
They have like half the crew is Game of Thrones.
Kumail Nanjiani, who we already talked about.
I love him.
Dude, so many good actors in this. And it's Marvel. And essentially they're gods that never intervened with anything. And now they're coming down to help the Earth for some reason. So, I mean, looks good.
What's the reason?
I mean, I assume it's because Robert Downey Jr. left, and they have to. Is my guess.
They do make that joke at the end of the trailer. Now that Iron Man and Captain America are gone, who's going to be in charge of the Avengers? I think I can do it. And they all laugh. And the trailer over.
I mean, you do need somebody, so it's hard right now.
Yeah, no, it's Spider-Man.
Tom Hiddleston?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was gonna make
He's 11.
I'm going to leave that one out.
I mean, clearly it's Drax.
So Dave Bautista don't even want to do Drax anymore. He's hoping they kill him off in the third one.
He says he can't keep up the He can't do the scenes with his shirt off no more. It's too hard. He's old. He can't keep up the good physique.
Bro. Listen here, Dave. Please keep your shirt off.
I was going to say, dude, go dad bod with... we love you as Drax. Stay dad bod Drax.
Dude, he'd have a beer belly, but it'd be a six-pack still.
I mean, by the way, I don't think he could get out of shape. I think him out of shape is still mean your best day in our lives. So just stay
out of shape is still benching 600 pounds.
Dude.
Who's
and also,
bigger, The Rock?
You can get a bodybuilder to play Drax, but no one will be as funny and awesome as David Bautista. Stay being Drax.
I mean, now he wants to go do Gears of War.
He would do great in Gears of War.
He would fucking murder it, because that's what you need. You just need swole fellas.
He looks like Marcus Phoenix. He'd be
they keep calling me, hey man, we need you for Gears. My schedule's busy with Whiskey Cinema.
I'm very busy.
That's why I actually missed last week. I was in a meeting.
Oh, good. Well, I hope he stays as Drax. I hope Drax meets Angelina Jolie's characters in The Eternals, which is a movie that's coming out this year, I believe.
I think November.
In November. And I'm excited about it. I love doing these podcasts, man, seeing these different actors and actresses doing different things. I forgot how much I liked Angelina Jolie movies. And for me, if I had to choose one movie to go watch, it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Go watch that movie again.
Me too. This might be my favorite movie. After an hour of talking about it, fuck, I love this movie.
They shoot the snipers through the windows, then they hook the snipers, and they zip line down. He goes up the elevator, and they're talking shit through the camera. I mean, there's so many... When they're dancing and pretending they like each other, and he smashes her head against a mirror, I remember going, Jesus!
Just the end scene where they're in the that Macy's or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking good.
Great American Ultra.
Yeah. Better, though, because Angelina Jolie's in it.
I think so, too. We appreciate you, Angelina Jolie. You're awesome. We had so much fun talking about you. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, Miss Jolie?
I'm going to go watch Cruella tonight. I'm fucking pumped.
Watch it. And Brandon might even give us a review on here, which we would all appreciate, about Cruella.
Apparently I'm supposed to give reviews, so I'll start doing that.
Yay! Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to be talking about Emily Blunt. Jordan will be back, hopefully. And take care, and we'll see you next time.
Pumped. Emily!
Let's get it.